Hi, this is Rob and Ali sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel. And good morning to you from Ishigaki.
Ishigaki, yes, and it is a fabulous morning. The sun is shining. The weather was supposed to be a bit mixed, but we have been so lucky once again. I do not know how we managed to do this.
Absolutely blessed. Look at this for a good morning.
Oh, it is fabulous. I can't put the camera.
I need to put my sunnies on in a minute, and Robert needs to put his cap on.
I do. This is day 5 of our MSC Bellissima cruise from Japan to Taiwan. It's our last stop in Japan. We've got all our exit formalities to do, but we'll work that out later on. And we have decided that we are going to stay on the ship and enjoy some of the ship's facilities today, rather than get off at Ishigaki.
So the tours that were for Ishigaki, none of them really took our fancy, or they were too far away if we wanted to do them on our own. And we didn't really want to risk it because they would go to different islands. And you know, when the cruise is going to go, if you're not on it, it will go. So that kind of stress we weren't up to in a country that we haven't visited before. However, you could get, they did give us passes to be able to get a shuttle bus from the port into the city. I think it was about $15 each.
15 US dollars an adult, and I think it was 12 US dollars for a child.
And that was for your return. We did a lot of research about the city before we came, and I brushed up on it again last night just to see whether we would change our mind. It's a city. And like a lot of cities around the world, and Japanese cities are no exception, it's pretty much a shopping and restaurant sort of city. So not for us. The ship is too beautiful and too much to do to enjoy.
Absolutely.
To really give that up for all that journey backwards and forwards and going through immigration.
Yeah, the island looked like it might have been a nice place to go, but again, they didn't do that on a ship tour. It was all the land-based.
I think the ferries were every 4 hours, so we just thought
that's a bit of a risk. However, staying on ship on a port day does have its advantages. It's a lot quieter. Let me show. I'm going to walk over here. Let me show you the pool area. Now, we've seen these before. All of these beds round by the pool, there's 2 people in the pool, and pretty much all of the beds are free. So if we wanted to go and sit on those, we could do. There's plenty of space.
On top of that, the thermal suites, it's buy one get one free.
They generally have offers on port days to try and entice people to stay on the ship, and there's some of the things that we want to do, like the thermal suite.
Yeah, this is so glorious. I'm absolutely taking in the vibes of the beautiful views here, and I think we both think we're really going to enjoy this much more than sitting on a coach, I think, for hours. That's just us today, but straight away we're just enjoying our coffee out here on deck, waiting to go in for having a nice leisurely breakfast, and I'm as happy as I could be.
Now we've got this beautiful view because this is the seaside, but if we hop over to the other side of the ship, we'll have a quick look at what it's like from the port side and what it looks like when you get off the ship, if you wanted to get off the ship here.
It's actually probably one of the tidiest port sides I've seen. It's actually tree-lined on the exit out.
It does look, I don't know whether this is the case, but it looks like it's in the process of being developed, and they're doing everything really nicely.
Yes.
The shuttle buses look like they are going from down here, and there is a big queue for the taxis. There's a few taxis coming in now, but it's been a bit sparse on taxis. This is the line here that you go through, either to get off or get on. I'm not really sure yet, but it's a long winding route. So when you get off the ship, if you do this on your own, you will get a shuttle bus from here, or you'll get a taxi from here, and then you go all down this road, and that will take you into the city. There is a beach over here, actually. There's a couple of beaches over here, but I'm not sure how accessible they are, and whether you could even walk there. Nobody seems to be walking. Oh, there are some people walking down here. So it looks like you might be able to walk and just have a walk over to one of those beaches, perhaps. This is a fabulous addition to a breakfast. It's a fruit smoothie. You can get them from the bars, and if you have a drinks package, they're included on your drinks package.
The bars open at 6:30 in the morning. So no matter how early you get up for breakfast, you can still have a fresh smoothie and a cafe latte. Look at me. I have both. And the waiters are fabulous. The bar staff, he just says how many, and we'll bring them straight to your table, and then we just go and get our breakfast, and it's all here when we come back. Absolutely fantastic service, and this is lovely. This is all banana and fresh orange. It's fresh orange juice. There's nothing out of a can or a bottle in here.
And this is how they clean the windows on the cruise ship. There's a chap, actually, there's one above him as well, and it goes down the side of the ship and sprays water onto the windows and cleans them all. That's how it's done, if you've ever wondered. This is Japanese regulations that if you are still on board after 1 o'clock, you're unable to get off. You're added to a list, which means that you can't get off the ship after 1 o'clock. They keep doing announcements around the ship, and it makes me smile because it's like one of those space movies, you know, where this whole space station's about to explode and it gives you a warning. You know, a space station is about to explode. You have 4 minutes to evacuate. And it sounds, the announcements are just like that. It reminds me of a spaceship that's going to explode. It's saying you have X amount of time before you will not be allowed off the ship. Very funny. Makes me laugh. One of the benefits of staying on board on a port day is that the whirlpools are empty. Not a single person in here. So we're going to take advantage of this and hop into the whirlpool. Just getting in this water as if it's cold there. I don't think it is cold.
So warm, it's hot. That's why I'm cautious, not because it's cold, but it is absolutely. Oh.
Ooh, it is very warm in here. It's almost too warm, actually. But it's okay once you get in. It's like a cold pool, isn't it? It's cold when you get in, but then it's nice and warm once you're in. This is actually good. The problem is when we get out, it's going to feel cold, you know that?
Yes, but
we'll have to stay here.
Yeah. It's a pity we didn't bring our robes.
You can't get in a hot tub with your robes.
It has been a very long time since I have got in a hot tub on a cruise ship round the pool. Simply because I have nothing against children whatsoever. We have 2 of our own, and when they were younger, we used to pop them in the whirlpools and everything and the swimming pools all the time, of course. But recently on the cruise ships, they have been crammed. You couldn't get another child in some of these hot tubs. And so I don't want to compete with that. So no. I always give them a bit of a miss. Anyway, this time we've got this to ourselves, and the water is so hot. The views out here, because we're on the higher deck, we've got views out to the islands. It is spectacular. And you know when something's really good, I say, this is just too good for children. just is. This is the life, really, isn't it?
It is beautiful, yeah. This is the view that we have from the whirlpool. We sit here in the lovely warm water with the bubbles all around, looking out to sea, very calm.
Does the face say it all? Actually, the face is all screwed up because it's so sunny. But does the face say it all, where I just go, it's just bliss? I should have brought Angry Bear. That would have taken the little angriness out of our little teddy bear off the bed. He's very cranky now, you know. He's been in that room for days.
One thing I'm really appreciating about the MSC cruises is the individual attention. Have a look over here, not a single person in the pool, and there is one person on one of the beds over here, and he's got his own lifeguard. Not even in the pool, and he's got his own lifeguard. Seriously though, this is a port day, and this is what you can expect on a ship in a port day. Absolutely sole use of all the facilities. It is brilliant. After the hot tub and the lounge by the side of the ship, it's time for lunch. I thought I'd try one of these because it's wrapped up, and it's very well wrapped up. You can't see actually what's in it, but it's a cheeseburger. It's supposed to have gherkins and cheese. I can't remember what it's supposed to have, but it's supposed to be already on there. So let's see what is on there.
Is this your Big Mac?
This is ready packed.
Substitute. So this is like going for your Big Mac, isn't it?
They do, yeah.
There's your French fries, the little skinny shoestring French fries that you get.
Yeah. And they do some different burgers and different hot dogs there every day. This today is a cheeseburger. Oh, they've got a chicken burger on today as well. So, this is unwrap it. And let's open this up.
Okay.
So it's definitely the cheese on there. Oh, so we've got a pickle and some tomato sauce. Yeah.
What's missing is the lettuce. However, look at that patty. Hold it up and see if you can get it. It actually looks, well, it doesn't look very nice, but just from the side, just turn around towards me. What the bit I could see there. Okay, so you can see that's sort of a homemade patty. It doesn't look like it's pre-packaged from the freezer, so that looks really homemade. Give it the taste test then.
I will do, but I got these extra mustard and mayonnaise because I suspected that it might be a little bit short on some of the things. So I'm going to put some mayonnaise on here as well.
Do you like your lettuce normally on?
I do, and I did think about getting some lettuce, but I thought it might be on there. I'm going to put a bit of mustard on there as well.
Wow, that's a huge amount of mustard. Do you put mustard on your burger?
Sorry, why not?
Oh.
Let's give it a go. Cheeseburger. Probably could have done with some more pickles and maybe some onion as well, but that's very nice. It's a light bun, so it's not full of doughy bun. The meat's very soft. It's not a chewy meat. The cheese is the American style cheeseburger cheese, which I actually don't mind the taste of. And yes, the mustard sets it off. That's quite nice.
Now, this is from a Lions supporter, an AFL Lions supporter, who, whenever our team is playing at home and gets over 70 points, gets a free Big Mac from McDonald's. That is part of the perks of being a Lions supporter. Is this as good as a Big Mac?
To be fair, I usually forget to get the Big Macs, so I haven't had one for a while.
Is it
as good as a Big Mac? It's different. There's a lot more meat in this, but less of the extra bits on.
okay?
Although these are scheduled, it's almost like a flash mob. What happens is we've just finished having lunch and people are sitting around on the deck chairs. All of a sudden, guy gets up and starts a fit dance or a stretching session or a dance class. And everybody jumps up off their seats, they jump up off their lounges and they start doing some stretching and dancing, and it's brilliant. It happens 3 or 4 times during the course of a day, and it's a really good way to keep fit, especially just after you've had a big lunch.
One, two, three, stop it. Mini, desire, mini, desire. To the right. Open door. Open door.
By the time I've worked out what he's doing something else. We keep coming across this single lift. It's we pass it sometimes on our deck where our cabin is, and we found it on deck 15. So we thought, oh, we'll try it as we go down to do our immigration procedure. And I did not know. Look at this. It's actually got a window. I wonder how far this window goes down. I wonder how far down we can see.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? Deck 7. Go to deck 7. So let's see how far this goes down before we lose the window. That's 15.
Oh,
That's 14. That's 13.
oh my God, we didn't know this was here. Isn't that
We did not.
fantastic?
I've lost count of what floor we're at now. And I think we're now going to... Oh no, we're still at... It goes all the way down. The windows go all the way down to deck 7. How good is that? Where does it bring us out?
We did not know, so we're in the champagne.
Brings us out in the champagne bar. Wow, fabulous. We should have taken that more often now.
Oh, definitely. We're going to take it more often now.
It's out of our way from where our cabin is, but worth it for the view.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to find the Studio Live to do our immigration process to leave Japan.
Today we are leaving Japan and going into Chinese waters. So as part of that process, you have to go through immigration. If you leave the ship for one of the tours or just because you go off to the city, part of the process of coming back in means that you automatically go through immigration. If you stay on the ship like we did, you still have to go through that immigration kind of process. So they do that on the ship. They have a meeting room. There's announcements all the way through the day. They want you to go through with your boarding card and your passport. It was a very simple process. They guided you through the queues. There were a few queues, but they weren't long. I've done this on a number of occasions on cruise ships, and sometimes you meet in the lounge areas and you have to go up to the desks, and it can be hours of queuing up, sitting around in the bars. This was very simple, little snaky queues. Off you went. We got our passports stamped, which is a bit of a treat these days. Often you don't get your passport stamped anymore. And then we're back up here and, we'd had a walk, we'd exercised a bit. Then we decided to come to the bar and start our afternoon off with a little cocktail, and Robert's got a little whiskey over ice. Delicious.
On our very first day on board, we're here in the Infinity Bar and we met one of the barmen called Junie. Junie has been our bartender friend at this bar ever since. Every time we come in, he gives us a wave, calls us by our names, he knows what we drink. And we just had a conversation about whiskies, because he likes whiskies and I don't mind a bit of a whiskey as well. Anyway, long and the short of it is, he knows all about different types of whiskies, and he's given me a recommendation, which is called, it's a Japanese whiskey, it's called Nikka Clear Black. So I've got it over some ice cubes. It's got a whiskey smell, but it's a very mild whiskey smell. It's not a strong whiskey smell. So he says this is a decent alternative for a single malt, and I don't mind a single malt, so we'll give it a quick try. Oh, it is a very smooth one, yes. Doesn't hit you down the back of the throat. It's quite creamy, actually. Yes, it's quite creamy on the palate. I quite like that. And it is, I think it's only about $8 or something like that. So it's certainly within our Easy Plus drinks package range. Yeah, I'm not saying I would drink all the time, because that's it's sort of end of a night drink for me usually. Just trying it this afternoon because Junie recommended it. So very nice. I will have that again, actually.
Robert was not up for drinking whiskey at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. However, from the recommendation, and I said, I'll just see how long it takes for his cheeks to get more flushed. But you're doing well up to now.
This just caught my eye out of the window from the Infinity Bar, and these are the people coming back on the ship. I don't think these are the tour guys, because I think the tours were supposed to be back about 1 o'clock. So this must be the people who have done their own thing. So I'm going to flick around and show you. You can see here the stairs going up to the ship. They've put this little walkway. I'm not really sure why there's just a little walkway there, but anyway. And then the queue goes back here, round that corner, all the way back here. I don't think I can actually see how far it goes back. Nearly to that, or around about where that other shelter is, and it doubles back and it's getting bigger. And all these people have got to go through the immigration process with the passport control. They're actually sending some down to the front as well, I think. Now, I did say that I think some people are being sent down to the front of the ship, and I've had another quick look, and it's not the case. What it is, and you'll see this chap stood here-ish, something like that. These are the yacht club. That's the yacht club queue, and I use that word lightly because it's not a queue at all. It's like any of the other yacht club benefits. That's the word I'm looking for. Wherever there's a queue, it doesn't apply to you. So the people who are coming in, the yacht club passengers are coming in, they're going straight down that line and straight into well, they still have to go through the immigration process, but
it's starting to rain a little bit. That would be my only complaint would be everybody's standing out in the open. So if it's very sunny or if it's raining, you're going to cop it all, aren't you?
Apart from this little shelter down here that we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been doing a bit of research on Yacht Club, and that is one of the main benefits from what we can see, that you do not queue for anything. Embarkation, getting off, getting on, anything. There are no queues. You go straight to the front of the queue. Alison told me that she watched a video about having priority on the lifts as well, and if you flash your card on the reader on a lift and you're a Yacht Club passenger, it overrides any other passenger's request. So if the lift has got people in and they're going to every single floor before you press it, yours goes first. I don't know whether that's true or not, but
I want one of those just for life in general, that I can just waft this card or whatever and bypass everybody else's wishes and have my own just permanently put in front of everybody else's.
Seriously, how much more of your life could you reclaim by not having to stand in queues? Seriously, it's about be like living another 3 years, wouldn't it? All right, so I think we're going to consider going up to the spa. They've got a deal on today, so we're going to see if there's any of those passes left at the thermal suite and maybe chill out in the hot. Chill out's probably the wrong word for a hot group, isn't it? But anyway,
I feel as though we have done the right thing today. I really do. I have thoroughly enjoyed.
A very relaxing day.
Just doing nothing but in this glorious setting and really having the place to ourselves.
We did want to do the Himalayan bridge, but they closed it because right up on the top of the ship there was a little bit of a breeze, so we might have to leave that till tomorrow. Anyway, let's go and see if they've got any of those passes left.
The 2-for-1 offer is still on. I thought as the afternoon went on, they might have filled up their allocation of that particular offer at the thermal suites. So this is just to show you what it's like here.
Yep. This is the entrance to the Oriya Spa.
It's absolutely beautiful, and the staff are very friendly and will show you around and guide you through what you need to do. We've already done it now. That's why we thought we would come back, because it's so delicious. It's so wonderful. But I'm not going to go in without my robe and my slippers on. So we're going to go back, get rid of all our stuff and come back and just enjoy for a few hours.
Here's Al relaxing on the hot bed. Night.
Oh, it's so beautiful. These are warm slabs, and the instructions say to cover yourself up because you've just come out of the water. Cover yourself up so it's all warm on your back, warm here, and just lie and relax for a few moments to recover.
And that's exactly what we're doing.
Recover from your laziness.
It is that time of the day again. Lego Bellissima. This time we're back in the cabin. I'm going to do the next pieces from the cabin. Just a reminder, this is what it looked like yesterday. It's taking shape. Oh, yep, there we go. So another 30 something pieces on today, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, that's our pieces for today. Let's have a look. A little bit more shape. We've got a little bit of decking coming on down here and a little bit of a rise up towards the front of the ship. Still wondering what's going to happen here at the front. That looks still a bit Lego-y. Anyway, we will find out. Last pieces tomorrow, unfortunately. That signals the end of the cruise. So we'll put those on tomorrow and see what we have as the finished one. Hey, excited.
Tonight we are dining in the specialty dining room called the Sea Pavilion. Now, despite its name and us getting it wrong all week, saying it's a seafood restaurant, which we knew it wasn't, there is a lot of seafood on here, but this is a sort of, I don't know whether it's Malaysian style or Philippine style, but it's where you have the hot pots. You have a hot stock, and then they bring you vegetables, seafood and meats, and you cook them and just make your way through lots and lots of different tastes and flavours. But on top of that, they've given you starters as well. So we've got starters, appetizers, and then I think we finish with wontons and dumplings and things. So I'm really looking forward to this.
What have we got at the moment? We've got some
So we've got the edamame. We've got some flavoured peanuts, so that they're all toasted peanuts. And you have got crispy skinned chicken with a spicy dipping sauce. And I'm going to get some shrimp. I don't know how they're going to come, but I'm going to get shrimp to start with. When we walked in, the waiters are beautiful in here. I mean, we've been seated for about 10 or 15 minutes, and they have just attended to us with our drinks and the seating. My napkin fell on the floor and they came over with a fresh one. Absolutely charming, and it's such a nice way to start your meal, is to be greeted like that and then have everything explained to you.
Absolutely, it's got a good feel, and
Really nice.
into this while it's still warm and crispy.
Let's.
Al's baby shrimp has arrived. That looks delicious too. My chicken was superb. You happy with that one?
I am. It's absolutely glowing, red hot. This has just come straight out of the kitchen, and because they said to me I'd have to wait 6 minutes, as the chef had to prepare it.
Everything's
especially.
perfect timing, isn't it? Our broth has arrived. Here's our broth in the minute, and he's told us to wait for 4 minutes until this gets to the right temperature. Everything's timed to perfection. How are they?
So, so hot, beautiful. It's not a tempura batter, although it looks like it. It's quite different. It's like a softer batter. Is that what your chicken was like?
Hey, no, mine was crispy.
Oh no, so this is like a softer. It's like something I've never had actually before.
Well,
Never, and it's really flavoursome, but it's a different sort of batter,
okay.
and delicious.
Excellent. So the waiter is bringing our food now while our broth heats. Actually, it started to steam while it waits 4 minutes. Then he's going to explain to us exactly what we do with the broth and the food. So that's exciting. This broth is actually starting to boil now. So I'm thinking maybe we cook our pieces of fish and meat in the broth.
Our food has arrived. Robert, our cameraman, is in danger of getting a little bit steamy once all the food arrived. But that's actually not just from the food and the amount of food, but also from the broth that is bubbling away.
Filled the tank.
Now, the things that they have brought, so this is on the specialty dining package. This is the set menu. I'm just going to go round the table and explain it to you.
Okay.
So it comes with little pork dumplings here. Oh no, the wonton, pork wonton. Pork dumplings. Over here, this is your basket of vegetables, which are all the kind of oriental vegetables that you would put into a soup. Red snapper, squid, beef. Look how finely that beef is cut. It is cut for you. Chicken, very finely cut as well. Shiitake mushrooms, egg noodles, some boiled egg, some hard tofu. And as if that wasn't enough, some salmon. But I asked for the salmon as extras because Robert had all the meats, so I wanted that as extra. So it also comes with some rice as well. That's just kind of pretty cold rice, but I think by the time you put on your other cooked items. So you can use your little ladles here to put in the wonton or your meatballs. And then for the rest of the items, you would just use your skewers, not your skewers.
Chopsticks.
You'd use your metal chopsticks, I beg your pardon, to put that into the broth. And as it cooks, all the flavours come out of the meats and the vegetables and the fish. Don't leave it in too long. You only want to lightly saute it in the broth. But the broth gets more and more flavoursome as you go on. And that's when you then start putting the broth onto your noodles or your rice.
I've got to be honest here, I don't necessarily want to put that broth into my mouth at the moment. It's boiling. This one's a chicken one, by the way. So this one's a chicken,
So
and this one is a vegetable. And we've also got some sauces. Yeah, put one in. Put them in.
How many would you like?
I just put two. We have got all this food. Seriously, we've got all this food to get through. So I think we might be here a little while. I don't think this is going to be a quick meal, Al.
No. The idea is you just graze with this for an hour or so.
An hour? I was thinking a couple of days.
Well, a couple of hours, you just graze your way through it.
This is great fun. And we're going through the food, but wow. I'm not sure. That tofu bowl hasn't gone down too much. So.
I'm saving the best till last, the whole dish of tofu. Yes.
Okay.
I came out looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and Robert's just taken a picture of me, and I said, oh my God, look at the face. You can actually see I am about to die. Food overload. Delicious.
I know what's going to wake you up, Al. Space party! It's Space Party here in the promenade tonight. I'll tell you what, I am absolutely loving these MSC parties. They're just so full of life, they're full of vigour. They play like pop music from all sorts of different nations, and everybody joins in, even if it's not from where you are, and everybody knows the move and they dance. It's like, it's a brilliant atmosphere. I am loving it.
What really, really makes it special is that every age gets up and joins in and just gives it that real party vibe.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So it's a space party. And what they do is you see up the ceiling. I'm looking forward to seeing what the ceiling's like when they do this space party.
Well, they've got stars and things up there now. So, yeah, let's get down there. Well, we're already down here. That's why I'm more awake. I want to go and try and get a drink and a seat, and then we jump up and we dance in the middle, and then we sit down again. So we've actually got it sussed out, haven't we, now, what we like to do?
Well, we think so. We'll see how we go.
MSC Bellissima, are you ready? Alright, so for tonight, Space Party!
That was fantastic. That was such good fun.
They always are.
Even you got up and danced in formation.
I'm looking forward to coming back on MSC again just for the parties. To be honest with you. There's so much good. We'll do it all in a wrap-up review anyway. But I think we've told you before that you need to book for the shows. And tonight, unfortunately, we missed the Divas show because we were at the meal, which went on for a lot longer than we thought. We were enjoying it so much. But there was a crew talent show, and that was fully booked out. Music started up again. That was fully booked out too. But Al's just gone down there, and they said, "Come in." And
I went down, I said, I haven't booked, can
Yeah.
we get in? And they went, come on down. I said, I'm going to get my husband, and let's go.
Yeah, so before we lose those seats.
So easily, I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make.
The crew show was brilliant. I always love to see the crew doing their talents and the things. It's like
You know, they're so kind of, they're very humble. Yeah, humble's the word I'm going to use, but they're just kind of like thank you, like always thank you, and the people in the audience are just like cheering them
Oh,
on
there's
and
some great
everything.
talent.
It's just people want to kind of show out how grateful they are, and yeah, it's just lovely. It's a lovely atmosphere, and they are talented.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's not a pity. It's not
No,
a
no,
pity
absolutely
cheer,
not.
is it? Yeah,
Absolutely not. So then we obviously are, but we are ending the night again in our
It
favourite
is
place.
obviously.
Our,
We always come up here.
our happy place, the Sky Lounge. I'm going to miss this place, actually.
Oh, force-fed chocolate, handmade chocolate every night. It's just.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
chore, really,
It
isn't
feels.
it?
It's not exclusive, but it feels a little bit exclusive, and it's a great place for us to end and listen to a bit of music. There's a duo on, and then they put some music on like they are at the moment. So, anyway, it's
They
Al's.
put the lights up, look, and my eyes are going. I am absolutely just dropping on my
It
feet
is
today.
Al's turn to be tired today, and all that food probably didn't help either. But we're in Keeling tomorrow. We've got an entire day in Keeling. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. In fact, it's a big day tomorrow. We've got a whole day in Keeling. We've got to organise our luggage because although we're on tomorrow night, we are off on the next morning. So we've got to organise all our luggage and.
I'm not even thinking about it until we've got all our day activities out of the way.
Yep. So the paperwork's in our room. We haven't looked at it yet, so we'll have a look at that and work out what we need to do for tomorrow. Last full day tomorrow, so we want to make the most of it. Anyway, just a short roundup tonight because, we're both tired to be honest with you, but
It's been a fabulous day.
it has been a great day again.
Oh, I could do the
So
whole
sad.
thing again. I really could say I could stay on another week.
We could, but we might. I think definitely when we get home, we'll be looking at MSC for another cruise and where they go from, keeping our eye out for any bargains. Anyway, if you've liked this video for today, please hit like, please hit subscribe and hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos. We will see you in the morning, or we'll see you tomorrow for our last full day. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye for now.